There are lots of people who look forward to the day they get their hair cut or restyled by their favorite hairstylist. Be it either it's getting too long, or maybe they're trying to impress someone. Although the same cannot be said for many autistic children who could see the process as an overwhelming nightmare. So how do we make it more enjoyable for them? I'm Steven from Tostemac, and for today's autism video, we'll go over why getting a haircut can be so hard for autistic people and what can be done to make the experience more easier. So, why can getting a haircut be so stressful for those with autism? Well, for starters, try thinking about the barbershop environment and put yourself in their shoes for a moment. There are bright lights, random playing music, in a small compact area with a bunch of customers depending on the time and day. And then when it's your turn, you're constantly surrounded by sharp objects like scissors or vibrating razors so close to your head for almost the entire session. Mix it all up and you got a social and sensory recipe for disaster. So much so that I can't even do a B-shot illustration to describe this. We want to help and educate our audience, not trigger them. That reminds me. Editor, do not make a B-shot for this. Sure thing, boss. It's a good thing I don't pay my interns. Additionally, in order for the hairstylist to do their job successfully, we have to sit still and not move around so much. This could be an issue for not only those with autism, but also those with ADD or ADHD. We love to move around a lot. So, asking us to sit still and not move isn't always going to be easy. Based on everything I have described, getting an autistic to willingly have their hair cut can be a huge hurdle to overcome. But don't worry, parents in the audience. That's why I'm here for.
Actually, Steven, wouldn't it be ideal to practice the barbershop experience at home first? I mean, with this, you have a controlled environment, plenty of time to practice, plus you won't have to worry about any onlookers. Pretty nice deal, right?
Good questions, but while I see where you're getting at, this practice would be ill-advised. Think about it. If the parent is always cutting the autistic child's hair, then they wouldn't really see a point to go to the hairstylist, which would make this process all the more problematic. Not only that, children need exposure to the outside world in order to grow. You can't do everything at home. Now then, let's come up with a game plan. Before you go anywhere, the first thing you want to do is your due diligence and research any and all barbershops near you. Check every detail you can, from customer reviews, what days and hours of the week are not so busy, how far away is it, and what else is around that facility. Once you find a place, be sure to contact the location and see if any of the employees are experienced with special needs children. All hairstylists go through similar training, but from what I understand, the training might not cover how to handle those with special needs. So it's best not to go assuming anything and get whatever information you can up front. If you are fortunate enough to find the right place and the right worker, try to figure out the best day and time for the appointment. Ideally, when the employee in question is available and it's not so busy at the location to reduce the risk of overstimulation. When you get there, introduce the autistic child to the hairstylist a couple of times, and maybe even volunteer to get your own haircut first. This way, the child can focus on getting to know the hairstylist first. Once that is done, hopefully your child will be more willing to get their hair cut by this person. Should that happen, see if you can stay with the child in case the hairstylist needs some extra assistance. Finally, once everything is said and done, make sure there is a reward at the end, whether it be ice cream, a favorite restaurant, or something similar, to let the child know they did a good job. Make this into a tradition where you go to your favorite barber place, get the haircut, and then go somewhere nice afterwards. then sooner or later the autistic child won't be worried about haircuts anymore, and instead think of it as part of the regular routine. Oh, while I'm still here, I actually do have a few pieces of advice for any barbers or hairstylists in the audience. Can't forget about you now, can we? First and foremost, remember to be patient and take your time. It doesn't matter how many customers are waiting for their turn. The only one that should matter is the one sitting at your workstation at the time. Many people see hairstyling as an art, and art should not be rushed. Another piece of advice? Pay close attention to what the parents tell you about their child. They might know a thing or two about how to get them to cooperate, and any information you can get from them will really help make your job easier. When you give instructions to the autistic child, be sure to give them one at a time and be gentle about it. Don't try to force the movement. Something like, tilt your head down for me, please. Good. Tilt your head up for me, please. Good. Something like that. Lastly, to make sure the child is listening to your instructions and is not terrified, try to make a conversation with them. Engage in a topic of their interest. If you can't tell anything from their clothes, don't be afraid to ask the child. Let them choose the topic of interest. As you engage in a dialogue with them, not only will they feel more comfortable around you, but they will be paying more attention to instructions you give them. The autistic may talk a little or they may talk a lot. All that matters is that they engage with you, doing what they need to do, and most of all, have a good time. I hope you find the information in this video to be very useful and make the haircutting experience more enjoyable for everybody. What do you think though? Do you agree or disagree? Do you have any more questions for me? What was your experience with bringing an autistic to a hairstylist? Or perhaps you yourself have autism and try to get a haircut yourself? Let us know in the comments section below and let's start a conversation here. And on that note, it's time to end the video. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Tostemac to stay up to date in our latest videos. Also, don't forget to check out our new website, www.tostemac.com, for even more stuff. And until the next video, see you later.